Okay, so let's start it out. So usually you want to start the car out with the stick being in neutral, and the car in park. So in order to start the car, you have to have it in neutral, and you have to engage the clutch and press the brakes, and that will allow you to start the car. So now the car is started, and we're on our way. So we got to take the car out of park, and now let's go ahead and show you how to drive the stick and what it's like to drive the Porsche with the stick. So first thing you have to do is engage the clutch and put the car in first gear. So reverse is right next to first gear, and so you won't make the mistake of putting the car in reverse thinking that you're putting it in first, because if you press against the left hand side, it'll be a lot of pressure to actually put the car in reverse, and so it's really hard to put it in reverse when you're thinking you're putting it in first. So I'm gonna put the car in first. So now the car is in first, and I got the clutch is engaged. And so now what you do is you slowly let off of the clutch and the car moves forward. And there you go. So now the car is in first gear, coming up on a stop here, so I have to engage the clutch. You have to engage the clutch every time you're about to get to a stop, because if you don't engage the clutch when the car stops, the engine will turn off. But the interesting thing about the Porsche is that even if the engine turns off because you didn't engage the clutch in time, the car will start up automatically. That's a nice feature in the Porsche that you may not see in other models. So now we're coming up on this curve, and so when you get into the curve, you get on the clutch and you put the car in the first. So the car is in first gear, coming up on a stop sign. And so when you're coming up on the stop sign, you have to engage the clutch, put the car in neutral, and that will allow you to not have the car start again. So now we're at the stop sign, stop light. And when the car is stopped, it has to be, you have to have your either foot on the clutch or put the car in neutral, and then just put your car, you can press the brakes. That's another way when the car is not moving. So now we're on our way. First gear, engage the clutch, put it in first gear. Engage the clutch, put it in second gear. So every time you shift up, you have to engage the clutch. So now we're gonna go onto the freeway here. And so putting the car in second, engage the clutch, get off the clutch, and the car is now in second gear. Okay, so coming onto the freeway, we're gonna engage the clutch. Okay, so engage the clutch, put it in third gear. You can see there at the dash that the car is in third. So listen to the engine is revving pretty hard. So we're gonna put it in fourth gear. So the car is now in fourth gear. And now the car, you listen for the car to see whether you have to upshift. And so now we'll put it into fifth gear, because the RPMs were up around 4,000, and the engine was really pretty loud, saying that you're working the engine a lot harder, so you have to upshift. So now we're going 62 miles per hour, and now I'm at a speed where I can now shift it a little higher into the sixth gear, and that will allow a little bit of fuel economy. engage the clutch, take the car, put it in neutral, and put it in the 6th gear. So now I'm in 6th gear. Coming on to the turn here. I'm gonna go 85 south towards Atlanta. And so now I'm going 67 miles per hour coming into the turn. And you see that it's easy to drive a stick at highway speeds. You don't really have to engage the clutch that much. You can just stay in the higher gears. Even coming on this corner here, I'm going 62. I'm probably going to go down a little bit to, let's go down to 55 and go around this corner here. Going at 55, we're around 2,500 RPMs. Pretty good. Don't have to change that. And so now, this is real nice and smooth. The car's not really working that hard. It's in 5th gear, going 57 miles per hour. So typically now, I want to go a little bit. I want to increase my speed a little bit. So now I'm up to 72 miles per hour. So I'm going to put the car in the 6th gear. So there we're at 6th gear. Engage the clutch to do that. And now I'm up to 71. A nice cruising speed. So let's get off of the freeway here and go back the other direction. So when you're coming off the freeway and about to slow down at a stop, you have to engage the clutch, put the car into neutral. So the car is now in neutral. So when you come to a complete stop, the car will not shut off. Okay, so now at this stoplight, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the real advantages of a automatic versus the manual. So, automatics, they were, manual sticks were commonplace years ago. And all of a sudden, all of the manufacturers, they stopped making sticks and they went to the automatics. And so now we're in this kind of weird spot where if you get a automatic, okay, so the light's going to change. So engage the clutch, put it in first, and now we're off. Okay, going back onto the freeway, engage the clutch, put it in the neutral because the car's about to stop. Okay, so as I said, with manuals, years ago, maybe 15, 20 years ago, you could get a manual in like an economy car, a car that's very affordable. And so you can, I had a VW Bug that was a manual. It was the funnest thing to drive, because just learning how to put the car in gear and everything. The thing about a sports car, though, is that you have all this power underneath you. Okay, so now, about to get on the freeway now. Engage the clutch, put it in first gear. Slowly get off of the clutch, and the car is moving forward. So we're at 14 miles per hour, about to get onto the